Hello, Captains, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. This is my Romulan Faction playthrough on a Reman character, but KDF aligned, and I am playing all the missions on advanced difficulty. This is a tactical career officer here, Omega, trying to play him as evil, but it's hard to do in a game like this, which forces you down a certain path. Now, this will be our last video on New Romulus. After this video, we're going to move on to the next section of the game, the next story arc. So say goodbye to New Romulus. This is the last time you'll ever have to see it, at least in my playthrough here for this series. And this is going to wrap it up. We're going to finish a couple of things that I had left over to do that I just wanted to get done since we're here and we're on the ground and we're set up to do it now. I just wanted to get it done. I've made no changes since the last video, so everything's exactly the same since the last video. If you get a chance, check out my new channel, Borg Drone, trying to build that channel up as well. It's a general gaming channel if you are interested. Okay, so let's see. A couple of things here that I wanted to finish was I don't have all of the transporters added on here. We have the Atli and the EPO fields to add on here. I want to go ahead and add those. And that means doing the missions that are there. We didn't do those. So we did the ones that were up here. And I'm going to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure I did the mission that was up here. If I didn't, I'm going to go back and check it. We did Vastum Peak. Know that for sure. Did that in like the first video. Then we came down and did Pehos Crater. So I know we did that. And I know we did Hawaii Ruins. I'm not sure if the underground and the base thing up here have one to do or not. I'm not sure. And then we have the Atli, which we haven't done at all. And we have the EPO fields, which we haven't done at all. So I'm going to cover those things today. But first, let's double check and make sure I really did finish everything that I thought I have. So we did Vastum Peaks, I know that, but the one up here, I don't think there's a mission there to do. I think it's part of the missioning we already did, but I'm just going to double check. So let's just transport straight there. Thankfully, we've got these all in the transporter. It is the Mountain Pass. So let's go straight up there. This will be real quick. I'm just going to double check that there weren't any extra things to do up here. Well, I mean, extra, like, missions to add. Yeah, there's just the transport system. There's no contacts here. Yeah, so it's just Vastum Peak, which we already did. This stuff up here is, like, you can collect things and, you know, there's, like, found missions you can do, but also this is part of the Vastum Peak stuff. So you can come up here to do this as part of the Vastum Peak stuff. So yeah, I don't see anything special, anything extra here that I want to do. Let me go back and double check now. This one way down here, after the Hawaii Ruins, we've got the underground ruins. Just gonna go check that area real quick. Make sure there wasn't anything there. Probably not. Yeah, this is all part of the Hawaii Ruins as well. So there's nothing special here. So, okay, yeah. Just wanted to double check. So the ones we do want to do then are the Atli and the EPO fields. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the Atli first. Let's do the Atli. I'm going to go back to the staging area and we'll go from there. Because I don't have that transporter added. Kind of annoying, so just bear with me here. I must have put a marker down. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Alright, let's go toward the Atli. We'll do that area, and then we'll do the EPO fields, and I guess we'll be done after that. But that will definitely complete everything here I want to do on New Romulus. So let's see, we want to head this way, down to the Atli. Yep, a lot of running around in New Romulus, even with the transporters added. A lot of running around, but when you get all the transporters added, I think you get an accolade for it. So I want to get that accolade. So we're going to go down here to the Atlas. We're going to go down to the waters. And this is where we're going to do the little project down here, is in this river area. First, we need to go add it. Let's see, where is it at? It's way down here on the other end, of course. Gotta go where all these contacts are. Okay, let's add the transporter. Then we can come down here anytime, transport to this area. We only have one more area left, so that's quite nice. Tell me about the Nanov. Thanks for the information. That's just information. Here we go, the Atlas. Okay, let's do this one. Collect and turn in water samples, tag baby nanovs, scan for life signs, and repel insects. So this one is just basically going up and down the river and doing things like tagging the nanovs, and taking water samples, which will turn in for percentages. We can go down either way on the river. I'm going to start by going down this end of it. Come back around. We're already up to 16%, so this won't take too long. 24%. Really, tagging nanovs is the best way here. 32%. I'm not going to worry about the insects. %. Take water samples. Those don't count until you turn them in. Take water sample. Take tag baby nanov. 56% already. I don't want to do the rocks. Just the water and the tagging is all I really need. We're already at 64%. %. So you can see this goes pretty fast. Let's tag this one. 88%. 96, so now I can just turn in my waters. And we're done. Some dilithium, some Romulan marks, and new Romulus mark package with daily bonus, which gave me 102 Romulan marks for the daily bonus. And that's done. We're done with the Atlas. That's all I'm going to do. I just want to do that little thing. Now we're going to do the Epo fields. Now let's find out the best way to get there. It looks like we might have to go all the way back around unless this leads up to them. Not sure. I do not do the Epo fields in terms of tagging or doing, you know, making Epos or tagging them or wrapping them up as presents or whatever you do with an Epo. I have no idea. I don't really do that stuff, so we're just going to check this area out. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. But let's see what it involves first. If anything, I'll get the transporter added on it. Because I'm not one to do Epo tags and that sort of stuff. I don't really do that. But this is certainly the place to come if you want to do those things. I might do it just for completionist sake right now since we're here. But I definitely won't do it anymore. It's just not something I'm into. There's a lot of contacts in this area. But let's add the transporter first. Then I'll have all of them. There you go. I now have, or I should have, all of them. I thought I would get an accolade for that. I guess not, but I do have them all added anyway. So we've got Epo researching, raise Epos. I don't care about Epos. Just by talking to him, I get that accolade. See, we've got Epo Researcher, Transporter System, more Epo things. Mountain Epo, Ruin Epo, Evolved Epo, Evolved Epo. Meh. I don't really care about all that stuff, to be honest with you. There's this Epo forest collection thing you can do. I guess for today, we'll just go ahead and do this. Let's see. You tag Epos and you get stuff. Tag as many Epos as possible. And there's a timer. We'll just do this today just for completion's sake, but really not something, again, I would normally do. Okay, well, here's an Epo. Let's tag it. Once I tag it, it's going to start the timer. 1.5 minutes, and you're supposed to just tag as many as you can. And you get, like, rewards for it. Not exactly what I would call a fun time, but you know, it's something to do, I guess, if you just wanted to waste time. At least I got 9. I think that was for the first reward. I hear that the best way to do Epo tagging is to get on a team or a group and do it as a team, because then you can all catch them a lot faster, or you can catch more of them. Where'd my little Epos go? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got 17 Epos. Alright, I did 17 Epos. So now we talk to Torith, which is not you. There we go. 2 active EPO tags, 3 Romulan marks. Not worth it. It's just not worth it. Not for that time limit. I don't even know what you do with these things. Whatever. It's just not something I'm into. But there you go. You can certainly do that if you want. And I think that like brings us to the end of pretty much everything, almost everything we can do on New Romulus. There's just a couple more things. There are open missions that will appear. They are random. And if you're in the right spot at the right time, you can hit these open missions where it's like do a certain amount of things in a time limit. And if you do it, you'll get a reward. So those are certainly some other things you can do on New Romulus, but they're random. They come up when they come up, and you have to be in the right spot. And of course, you're not always in the right spot, so you never know. So there's a couple more things you could do that with that, but pretty much that's the meat. That's the meat of New Romulus right there. What we just did. Everything we've done on New Romulus. We pretty much covered everything. We've been over all of this. There's just nothing. There's nothing else from anybody. No other missions that we need to do. So now you could replay these missions if you really wanted to. You can go back and do the ones like the Atlay and Vastin Peak and all that stuff. You can go back and do those again for more marks. Certainly can. So there's really nothing else to do. I mean, we've done it. This is New Romulus, and we have now wrapped it up. That's pretty much it. That's New Romulus in a nutshell. We can move on now to the next thing, which I'm very happy to do. The Solanae Dyson Sphere. That's going to be next. And actually, it ties in with what we've learned here on New Romulus. Or Mol Rihan. We are going to be tied in with what we learned here. So this played an important part. Finding that Iconian gateway is a big part of the storyline. And so it made a lot of sense to play this. And you're going to see how it all ties into the storyline. It's very, very clever. And I like it a lot. So what I'm going to do now is off camera, between this time and the next recording, go ahead and finish grinding the Nakul set on my other bridge officers. I do not have it on my other bridge officers. I've got 2 bridge officers that need it still, and then I want to finish upgrading it on myself if I can. And then I would actually like to play the mission Ragnarok, I believe is the mission somebody was telling me, that has the Trellium D. And that's what I want to get on my ship. I want to get the Trellium D armor. So I may go ahead and play through to Ragnarok just on my own off camera so that I can get that Trellium D and add to my ship. And I guess I want to start looking at the potential or possibility of going ahead and switching out my ship and trying another ship, trying a new ship. We've now flown this one for a while. I've been flying the Dynase Warbird Destroyer Tier 6. Now, here's what I have to say about this ship. Very important. I was complaining a lot in previous missions, previous to New Romulus, that I was dying a lot. And it's mostly agreed, yeah, it's my build. Well, actually, I found out it's mostly the fact that I'm running in advanced difficulty. Because I have gone back recently and played in normal difficulty and tried to replay some missions and play some new missions that I know are difficult, and also some universal endeavors. I even went to the Gamma Quadrant and was doing some skirmishes there in normal difficulty, and I realized my ship's not that bad. My ship is not that bad. In normal difficulty, I don't die as much, and I'm very powerful. So actually, the ship build and the ship is fine. It's just the fact I've been playing in advanced difficulty, and it definitely makes it harder to play. The enemies hit a lot harder, and so my health just goes down and down and down. But when I play it on normal, it's not so bad. It's really not. So yeah, my build could probably be better on the ship, and I poo-pooed the ship pretty bad in the past, but I have to say, it's not the ship. It's really the fact that I'm playing in advanced difficulty. Because in normal, it's just fine. It's just fine in normal difficulty. So I'm not going to complain anymore about that. I now understand advanced difficulty is just very hard in this game, and I'm not going to complain about that. This is the first time that I've played every mission in advance. And that's another reason why I'm doing this playthrough. I have never before played an entire playthrough of the game in advanced difficulty. And that's what I'm doing with this character. So that's a first for me. And I am realizing how difficult that it really is when you're on advanced. So that's it right there. That's it in a nutshell. So I'm going to stop complaining about the ship. It's actually a good ship. It's just that I'm playing it in a very hard mode. Now, I am going to be looking at going to a different ship, however. I do want to keep trying new Romulan ships. So I am going to be looking for a Tier 6 Romulan escorty type of ship. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Something that turns fast and does a lot of damage. And so I'm going to be looking at my options and seeing what ships I could try out on this character. But definitely leave me a comment below and let me know what ships you think might be best for me to try out. Ships I haven't tried before on the Romulan ships, not Klingon ships. Even though I'm KDF aligned, this is really a Romulan playthrough, and I want to play Romulan ships. So tell me what a good Tier 6 escort-like Romulan ship would be. Looking forward to those comments. But that's what we're going to do now. That ends New Romulus. We're going to do the Dyson Sphere in the next video, and I'll have some updates to the character, which should be good, and maybe a new ship, maybe not. I may wait one mission. We'll see. Okay. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Help me reach 50,000. That's right, I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers on this channel. Almost forgot. Help me reach that. If you like what you see, subscribe, and if you don't, well, then don't. But there you go. I'm trying to get to 50,000, and I would really appreciate it if we could get there. All right, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.